The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' Hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hey, and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show, home of positive business talk, and sitting in for the cruising but working, at least she says she's working, Angel Tussey is my friend Ann Hogan, Ann Hogan Consulting. Thank you again for being here.
Well, thank you, Eric. This has been a lot of, it's been an experience and a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have been kind of geeking out since you got here over this next interview.
I have actually.
Yeah.
This is I want to talk to this guy.
All right. So
totally.
our next guest is Brad Boink, and he is the owner of Geek My Tree, based in Grand Haven, Michigan. You might have recognized that they appeared on Shark Tank in December of 2015. And on that show, the company introduced a hassle-free way to create sophisticated, beautiful, full-color light shows on full-size Christmas trees, and also got an investment partner with Kevin O'Leary. Brad Boink, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
It is fantastic having you on. And, we've had a number of people who have gone through the ranks of Shark Tank, some who have got the deal, some who have not, all of whom are successful. How was your experience there on the Shark Tank?
Absolutely amazing. It was an experience of a lifetime, and even after being off the show, having the opportunity to work with Kevin and his group has just been unbelievable. I mean, it accelerated our company by at least 10 years, and it validated everything that we've been trying to do, and we've, with Kevin's help, we've been shaking up the industry.
I thought you were going to say it was wonderful, but
he's been lighting up the industry.
Lighting up the industry.
He's lighting up the industry. There you go. Hi, Brad. This is Ann. I just have a quick little tidbit that I learned about you that I thought was really interesting, and that was that actually Shark Tank came to you, and the first time you actually turned them down.
Yes, they.
People don't turn down Shark Tank, right?
Well, I wasn't quite there, and I was really in the early stages, and they approached me at a Christmas trade show when we were showing off our initial concepts. We went, hey, it sounds good, and we started filling out the paperwork, and then the more I got to thinking about it, it was just like, it's too early. If I go on now, they are just going to chomp me to bits. So I thanked them, and I said, well, I just can't do it right now. Then in the following year, in 15, I get a call in April from the producers going, are you ready yet? Because ABC absolutely wants you on the show. And at that point, I was ready. So I went on season 7.
Wow. Well, I think as small business owners, sometimes we don't make that decision quick enough. Like we would have taken advantage of that. And in fact, you weren't ready for it. And so it ended up to be better for you to go and prepare.
There's wisdom there.
There's a lot of wisdom there.
Brad, let me give you a little bit of background. Before we came onto the air here, Ann was sharing with me her husband's neurosis about every light being a certain distance one away from the other and making it just perfect and so on. Your new product, Geek My Tree,
solves my problem.
I'm sorry, Tree Effects has solved the problem. Talk to us about what Tree Effects does, and how it works.
Okay. Yes, it does solve the problem, because it is unlike how you do traditional Christmas tree lighting. For years, we've all been taught to walk around the tree in a circle, wrapping these lights around and hoping by the time you get to the top, you have enough light.
Right.
And then
or that they all turn on.
All positioned.
Right.
And the alternative is we went, no. The better way is top hang them. So our lights hang from the top vertically down to the bottom. Now, when you do that, now all of a sudden you have perfect spacing. And when you've got perfect spacing and you know where every light is, now you can start having a little bit of fun. And that's what Geek My Tree is all about, is we control every single one of those lights independently. and we have a color range of 16.7 million colors. So all of a sudden, we can create all of these amazing light show effects that you see in the big outdoor shows.
Well, you can do it with an app,
you can
right?
do it right in your living room.
Right, you can do it with an app. And you can put music to it? Is that right?
We got rid of the app. We did a remote control.
Okay.
Our first gen, we did an app when we were on Shark Tank. And then what we learned is no one was ever using the app. They were just plugging it in, letting it go. So we, in our second generation, we went to a wireless remote because it was actually easier for people, build everything into it, no nickel and diming. It's just, it comes complete with everything. So all of our products come with 50 built-in effects that you control from remote. And then our Glow Flakes product, which is for existing trees, that product, actually, you can get it with music in it. So it has 8 synchronized light shows and 100 different effects.
Okay, so I gotta ask. First of all, folks, stop, drop, and go to geekmytree.com. Geekmytree.com. What perfect timing this is as we gear up and get into the holiday season. I've seen people already breaking out their Christmas trees, which I'm not personally okay with, but we can still be friends. Here's my question. You now have, it's not just lights we're talking about, but you've got covers for these lights in different shapes. Talk about that.
Yeah, it was one of the things that was just kind of a very last minute thing when we were doing our Kickstarter on this tree, that we went, why put the tree away? It's a perfect little size. It's just
we're going to keep it up year round.
Tree, so why not keep it up year round? People are like, well, who's going to keep a tree up year round? What if we change out the caps so you can do pumpkins and hearts and shamrocks and and different things like that? And all of a sudden, people are like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me! That's perfect." So we did it. We came out with these little replaceable caps, so it ships with snowflakes, and then we've got all these different shapes that you can change them out to be, so that you're not stuck with any one theme, and you can keep it up all year round.
So, Brad, I have a question on that. So, when you say you can keep it up year round, is it like a pole with your lights coming off of it, or do you have to have it on a Christmas tree all year?
Well, the small, the ones with the changeable light caps, it's an actual 2-foot Christmas tree. It's a tabletop Christmas tree, and it's all installed right there on it for you.
Really? And can we find pictures of that on your website?
Oh, absolutely. There's pictures. We got video. We started it out as a Kickstarter project because what happened, it's kind of a quick, funny story. The tree was never intended to actually be a product. We brought it into sales meetings as a store display, and all these purchasing agents were like, whoa, this thing's cool. When is this coming out? And we're like, what? They're like, that little tree. When are you coming out with that? Like, no, that's just a store display. No, you need to make that. So
that's funny.
We did. And, but we missed the entire sales season for this year with it. So we went, let's put it on Kickstarter. Let's see if we're going to, if it's worth doing. We stuck it out there and funded the project in 46 hours.
46 hours.
Hundreds of Christmas trees in March. People were just blown away, and everyone's been getting their trees and loving them.
There's a bunch of things that I love about this story. And we're talking to Brad Boink, geekmytree.com. You just got to go and go get it done. Brad, you have created your own weather. And I don't know if you've heard that phrase before, but what you've done is created a new marketplace where one would say there was no market.
Right.
And yet there it is. And in March, you're selling Christmas trees. And I think it's fantastic. I love the party lights. I love what you've got going on over there. Tree effects, glow flakes, glow balls. There's all kinds of,
well, I love he challenged the way that we've done something for how many years? I mean, that's a tradition yeah. And he challenged it, and it's fabulous.
Brad, what else do we need to know before we have to let you go, brother?
Well, actually, all of the things that we've been doing, we've been price conscious. We know times can be tough, so we made sure that everything was really quite inexpensive, but high quality out there. So we encourage people, just go out, hit the website, take a look at it. You're going to be blown away. As you said, we've been really doing some things different, and it will mesmerize your friends and family. If you want them to go away, you're going to have to turn off the tree because they're just going to sit there and keep staring at it.
Yeah, Brett, I have one question for you because
we're going to run out of time.
Okay, all right.
We'll have to have you back.
We'll have to have you back.
All right.
Sounds good.
Brad, thank you so much for joining us. Super grateful for you. GeekMyTree.com. Wow, you're going to love it. I'm going to use it for my apartment with the party pixels. Oh, yeah.
Partypixels.com. It is pretty cool.
We'll be back right after these messages. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Network.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.